Though campaigning for Wednesday's poll has been brief, the Korean public won't be done with intense domestic politics this year, as 8 months later, Koreans will be heading to the polls again to vote for the country's next president.
But this is the first time in 20 years that two of the country's most important elections are happening in the same year. And the reason this year's general election is so crucial is that the results could determine who will be Korea's next president. To tell us more, Arirang News' Kim Han-ul joins us now in the studio. Hello, Han-ul.
Hi guys, well as you just saw, these politicians are frantically really rallying for votes because the main parties, they struggle to see who will gain majority in the National Assembly. The general elections will be a critical litmus test for the presidential election that will pit the conservative ruling party against the liberal opposition. And here's a closer look at the potential contenders for the presidential race. Park Geun-hye is seen as the leading candidate to get the presidential nomination of the ruling Saenuri Party. The daughter of late Korean President Park Chung-hee, who ruled the country for 18 years, she lived through the political turmoil of the 1960s and 70s. Park competed against Lee Myung-bak to be the ruling party's presidential standard-bearer in 2007, but narrowly lost. All eyes are now on whether Korea will have its first female president. Meanwhile, Moon Jae-in is the rising contender to represent the liberal opposition. Moon has grabbed media attention because he's a parliamentary candidate in a traditionally conservative district in Busan. He's competing against a 27-year-old female politician, Son Soo-jo, from the ruling Saenuri Party. If he wins the election, it is seen as improving his chances of representing the opposition Democratic United Party in the presidential race. But the wild card seems to be whether An Chol-soo, a professor and a businessman, will run for president. We don't know for sure, but if he does so, then he will likely get backing from the liberal parties. But if An and Moon compete against each other, it'll likely split the liberal vote and give an advantage to the conservative Saenuri Party. The general assumption is that the party that wins the general elections will improve its presidential election chances. But the opposite seems to be the rule here in Korea. Winning the general elections does not automatically give you a ticket to the presidential elections because the general public are cautious about giving too much power to one party.
Those who win in the general election become overconfident in running in the presidential race, which lowers their chances of winning.
But there's still 8 months to go, and several other potential candidates could emerge for the liberal parties, so it is still very difficult to predict what's going to happen between now and December.
So the college professor and internet entrepreneur An Chol-soo posted a YouTube video today, I hear, that said that he would dance in a miniskirt if voter turnout exceeded 70%. Is that for real?
That is real, and you can check on YouTube if you really want to check it out. And this really goes on to show that the significance of the general elections and how An Chol-soo is really rallying the young voters to vote this time around. And we'll just have to wait and see if this will carry on until the presidential elections.
Right. Han-ul, thank you so much for that report.
Thank you.